Well, midterm elections are about a month away, and one of the questions that'll be answered is who will be the next mayor of Monterey. Voters will be deciding between two candidates already on the Monterey City Council. Tyler Williamson and Dan Albert will look to follow Clyde Robertson's footsteps. Robertson announced he would be stepping down as mayor after 8 years at the helm of the city. KION's Carl Cook talked to both candidates to see how they plan to shape Monterey if elected.
As November 8th draws closer, Tyler Williamson and Dan Albert will be making their final pushes to become the next mayor of Monterey. Each candidate has certain motivations that push them to take over for longtime mayor Clyde Robertson.
I thought that it would be a good time for me to step into that role. One of the reasons is because public service has been in my family for many years, and so for me, serving the community at a leadership role is something I've always wanted to do.
It very much reflects my platform that I ran on in 2018 when I first ran for council, and I think a big piece of it is just having the leadership to present policies and work with our regional partners on advancing the issues that are most important to residents.
With both candidates trying to reach the same goal, the issues they prioritize will be slightly different from one another. However, the community's concerns will be first and foremost. For Tyler Williamson, he wants to make sure people who live in Monterey can afford where they're living and know they can be heard.
66% of Monterey residents are renters, and being on the council for the last 4 years, I rarely ever hear from that part of the community. And if they make up the majority of the residents, I think there's something that's fundamentally wrong with that. And it's not about listening to renters at the expense of homeowners. It's about listening to everybody.
For Dan Albert, he wants to make sure the city of Monterey has sustainable water for future projects.
Everything in our city is connected to sustainable water. We can't build without water, and we have no water ourselves in the city. So we had 4 projects that we were looking at on city property, and only one of the pieces of property has water.
Both candidates emphasize that both voters and the community as a whole are crucial to Monterey more than they realize.
It's either they're contacting me, or they come to the council meetings, or they get involved in the local neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are the most important thing, neighborhood associations. So for me, it's a matter of communicating with the people, getting out and people and talking. That's one of the reasons why I like elections, is because I get to go out and knock on doors and talk to people one-on-one.
I think there's such a great opportunity here for us to, particularly coming out of the pandemic, find a space to really come together, meet each other in person, have conversations, have that debate, that healthy debate, so that we can make the best decisions together. The only way that we're going to be able to move forward is together.
Reporting from Monterey, I'm Carl Cook, KION News, Channel 46.
And to learn more about where